Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something huge for language learners, that gap between knowing English words and actually using them smoothly.
Right. It's a really common frustration.
Yeah. We've got some great source material here focusing on, well, how to train your brain to skip the middleman, that
Ah.
internal translation, and just think in English.
Exactly. Get rid of that cognitive friction, as some call it.
Cognitive friction.
hmm
Okay. So that's thinking in your first language first.
Yeah, you have the thought in, let's say, L1, your native tongue. Then your brain does all this work translating it. And then
Mm.
you finally manage to speak the English word. It creates a bottleneck, a real mental traffic jam.
And the sources we looked at, they're pretty blunt. They say this is very slow and honestly just hard work.
It really is. It's inefficient.
So the big goal here, the mission for this deep dive, is to figure out how to get to that point where it's just English in your head, automatic.
Automaticity, yes, that's the key word. Swift, effortless, where you
But
just think in English. No translate, just English.
making it natural and fast.
Precisely. And what's fascinating looking through all this material is the emphasis on making the training, well, easy and even fun. Like exercise for your brain, but, enjoyable exercise.
Okay, I like that. Exercise the brain enjoys.
Mm.
So let's break down these tips. If we want to stop translating, we need a new habit, right? A new structure.
Exactly. We need to interrupt that old habit of translating word by word. You see, I don't know, a pen.
Right.
And the default is often to think the word in your first language. That just reinforces the old link.
So tip one is about using small sentences, isn't it? Starting really, really small, but focusing on structure.
Yes, that's it. Don't just think pen.
Okay.
Force your brain gently to make a tiny sentence like, this is my pen.
Or my pen is blue. Something simple like that.
Perfect. That little sentence is actually doing a lot of work. It brings in grammar right away, trains the brain to think in patterns, not just single words.
Building phrases, not just listing vocabulary in your head.
You got it. Mental phrases.
And the sources stress doing this, like all the time, not just a quick exercise.
All day, every day. That's the ideal. It becomes this sort of constant internal narration.
Okay, give me an example, like morning routine.
Sure. You wake up. Instead of just feeling awake, you actually form the thought, I am awake, or I feel rested.
Or maybe I am hungry.
I am hungry and I want coffee. Connect the feeling directly to the English thought.
Okay. And when you're doing things,
Same idea. I brush my teeth. The water is cold. You're linking the language directly to what's happening, your lived experience.
what about when you're out, like on the bus?
Observe. I see a red car. A man is walking. It constantly builds those new pathways, English straight to life.
Okay, I get that for things you can see and touch. But what about, say, more abstract stuff, like feelings or politics or bigger ideas? How do small sentences work then?
Ah, good question. Think of this first step as building the fundamental machinery. You have to start with the concrete. Right. Get that pathway working smoothly for simple things first. The table is brown. Once that becomes automatic.
Then your brain is ready for more complex thoughts.
Exactly. If you stumble over describing a table, you won't be able to fluently discuss, economic policy in English. Tip one builds the foundation for retrieving any English thought automatically.
So the big takeaway is connecting English to life, not translating from L1.
That's the core idea. English life, no translation.
Mm.
It sounds simple, but doing it constantly with small sentences, that's powerful.
Okay, excellent. So tip one builds the internal structure. Now, tip two, We need fuel for this English engine, right? Input.
Yes, input, getting English in through your ears, through your eyes, like giving your brain English food, as one source put it.
English food. I like that.
And again, the key here is making it attractive, something your brain wants to consume.
So for listening, what does that mean?
Prioritize easy English, really easy.
Define easy, like beginner level.
Yeah, think A1, maybe A2 level on that European framework, the CEFR. Absolute beginner stuff.
Why so simple?
Because the goal isn't complex understanding right now. It's volume, letting your brain just soak in the sounds, the patterns, the music of English.
Ah, the rhythm, like
Right.
I am, you are, he has. That kind of basic structure.
Exactly. Your brain hears those patterns over and over, especially in easy material, and starts to absorb them without you actively trying to learn grammar rules. It's implicit learning.
Makes sense. How can you make that attractive, though? Beginner stuff can sometimes be a bit, well, boring.
Music. Simple pop songs you actually like.
Ah,
They're often incredibly repetitive, which is perfect. Think of like catchy choruses. I love you like a love song, baby, repeats and repeats.
right. And because you like the song, your brain doesn't mind hearing it again and again. It sticks.
Precisely. The repetition locks the phrases and patterns in, and the enjoyment keeps you listening. Grammar lessons hidden in a pop song.
Clever. Okay, what about watching? Visual input.
Similar idea, but with a caution. The sources warn against jumping into regular movies or TV shows too soon.
Too fast.
Way too fast, often. The dialogue just washes over you like fish, 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 as one source amusingly put it. You're just trying to keep up, not really absorbing.
So what's the strategy?
Find simple videos about things you're genuinely interested in, things you already like.
Like if you enjoy cooking.
Find basic English cooking videos. When the host says, I see the tomato, I add salt, and you see them do it.
The connection is instant. Word and action together, no translation needed.
Exactly. It's direct, visual, practical, or maybe you like sports, football.
Yeah.
Watch short highlights, simple commentary. He kicks the ball, it is a goal, the action is clear, you're interested, your brain is happy.
So the common thread for input is keep it easy, keep it interesting, keep it attractive.
That's the synthesis, yes. A happy brain learns more. It stays engaged, it absorbs better, and crucially, it keeps coming back for more. Consistency is built on enjoyment.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. We've got internal thinking with small sentences, tip 1. We're feeding the brain with enjoyable input, tip 2. Now, tip 3, getting the English out.
Yes, output. Speaking. This is where passive knowledge starts becoming active fluency.
But this is where people often get stuck, right? The fear or just, I don't have anyone to talk to.
It's a huge barrier for many learners, totally understandable.
So what's the solution here, according to the sources?
It's actually wonderfully simple and accessible. Speak to yourself.
Just talk out loud. To nobody.
Exactly. Talk out loud to yourself.
Okay. Does that feel weird?
It can feel a bit odd at first, sure. But you do it somewhere private, in your room maybe. Driving in the car is great.
Right, you're alone there.
And the sources really highlighted this in the shower.
The shower, really?
Apparently it's fantastic, it's private, no distractions, maybe the acoustics are good. Just maybe warn your family first so they don't worry.
Huh. Okay. Noted. So what do you say when you're talking to yourself?
You basically narrate your world, describe what's around you. It's like tip 1, but you're saying it out loud.
So your ears hear your own voice speaking English.
Yes, that's crucial. It closes the loop. You're not just thinking it, you're producing it and hearing it. This is my room. I see a bed. The bed is big.
The table is brown. I see my computer. Stuff like that.
Perfect. You're forcing your brain to find the words and say them. It's retrieval practice. It strengthens that direct link between the thing and the English word without the L1 safety net.
And can you do more than just describe objects?
Oh, absolutely. Use it to review your day at night, maybe.
How would that work?
Just recount things. Today I was happy. Or today was busy. I ate pasta for lunch. I talked to Emily on the phone.
Ah, I see. So you're practicing past tense, recalling events, structuring thoughts in English.
Exactly. It forces recall and puts things into English structure. And it proves that while, yeah, having a conversation partner is great later on,
You can start building this essential output skill all by yourself.
you absolutely can, and you should. It's incredibly empowering.
It really is.
Yeah.
Hey, so we have these 3 powerful practical tips, but let's talk mindset. People using these will want results, right? How fast does this automatic thing happen?
Ah, the speed question. Well, the sources are really clear and consistent on this. Learning a language is slow.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
just the reality. And you have to accept that. It's okay that it's slow. Patience is key. Be kind to yourself. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Which leads right into consistency, doesn't it? The sources seem to prefer small, regular practice over huge, infrequent sessions.
Massively. Small steps every day. That phrase came up again and again. It's far better than trying to cram for like 2 hours once a week.
So how much is small steps?
Even just 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, done consistently, the sources say that's very good, really effective.
Why is that better than, say, a long Saturday session?
It's about habit formation and memory. Short, daily practice tells your brain, hey, this English stuff is important, keep it accessible. It helps move things into long-term memory much more effectively than cramming.
Right, encoding it properly. Okay, what about mistakes? Everyone makes them. That feeling when you say something like I is happy, it feels awful.
It does feel awkward, but the mindset shift here is crucial. Mistakes are not failures.
Okay, what are they then?
They're good. They're normal. They mean your brain is working, trying things out, testing patterns.
So I is happy isn't just wrong. It's my brain trying to apply a rule it knows, like he is.
Exactly. Your brain learned a pattern. He is, she is, it is, and it's trying to generalize it. That's actually a sign of learning. It's just a point where you need a little calibration, feedback.
So the advice is be brave. Don't fear
Be
mistakes.
brave. Don't be afraid to be wrong. See errors as data points showing you where to adjust. It means you're actively learning and pushing your boundaries.
Okay, and this all circles back to that earlier point, doesn't it? The fun factor.
It really does. It has to be fun, or at least interesting and attractive to you.
Because if it feels like a chore,
You'll stop doing it. Simple as that. If you hate grammar drills but love cooking, watch the cooking videos. If you find pop songs annoying but like simple news reports, listen to those. The attraction is what fuels the consistency.
got it. So let's do a quick recap of this deep dive. We're training the brain to skip translation and think directly in English.
Right. Automaticity.
And the 3 core tips are 1, think in small sentences all day long, connecting English to your life.
Build that internal structure.
Yep. 2, input. Feed your brain with easy, attractive English content, listening and watching things you actually enjoy.
Let the pattern soak in naturally, the English food.
And 3, output.
Doesn't-
Speak to yourself out loud. Describe your world. Recap your day. Practice retrieving those English words.
Close that auditory loop even when you're alone.
Do these consistently. Be patient. Embrace mistakes.
And make sure it's enjoyable for you. And step by step, your English brain is growing. You're building that direct connection, moving towards fluency.
Which brings us perfectly to our final thought for you, the listener. We've really hammered home this idea that learning sticks when it's attractive, when there's that enjoyment, that cognitive ease.
The happy brain learns better.
So take a moment right now and think honestly about your current daily English practice, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes.
And here's our challenge, our provocation for you. How can you deliberately inject more of what you find interesting, more joy, more fun into that specific daily time?
How can you make absolutely sure your brain finds that practice session inherently rewarding, not just something on your to-do list?
Because tweaking that, finding that spark of real interest, that could be the key to unlocking much more consistent progress.
Something to really think about. Thanks for diving deep with us today.
Yeah, great talking through this.
We'll see you next time.